Hey there, Richard Matharoo here. So I'm going to appeal to you as a network marketer to realign and make some adjustments in your business after watching this training or listening if you're on the podcast. And that is talking about action over outcome. I think the number one way that you can want to quit, get frustrated, and just if you've ever found yourself not wanting to do any work in your business whatsoever and being like, at the end of the day, why didn't I put more effort in? I reckon it's probably because you're focusing on outcome over action. Like, what is the number one way we set goals in a network marketing business? Usually it's sign-ups, right? Sales or sign-ups. You may say, I want to sign up a new team member this week, one new team member this week. And then we're laser focused. This is your eyes. We're laser focused. That's all we see. The entire success of this week. Did I sign up that one team member? And if you didn't, I'm such a loser. Oh, let me look at a different tactic. And we get frustrated and we get lost and we're like, oh man, this isn't just working. And then is network marketing a scam? And then we end up in this really dark downward spiral. Often it begins with this outcome focus only. Now, what I would suggest that you do, it made a big difference to me and a lot of people I've coached, is to start to work this backwards so you can then focus on what's over here, which will be the action. Let me break this down for you. So if you say, for example, Richard, let's stick with this. I want to sign up one new team member this week. I'm going to say, great. Let's put that out of our mind after going through these steps. We may say, roughly on average in our industry, for argument's sake, let's just say, for an example, that 1 out of every 5 people that see a presentation, the right kind of presentation, the right way, will say yes. So that means this week we need to show 5 presentations, right? If 1 out of 5 says yes and actually signs up, let's say prezzies, we need to put 5 presentations out there in the hands of people, in their eyes, in their ears, so they actually see it the right way. And if we say, well, 1 in 5 people who we ask to see a presentation will actually do that, we need to times that by 5 as well. So that's 25, through your marketing invitations. Well, how do you get in a position to invitations? Well, maybe you're actually going out there prospecting, or you're putting marketing out there. Maybe let's say you put a video out there and you found out that when you put a YouTube video out there, that 1 in every 5 views is likely to reach out to you, and then you can invite them, then you can ask them for a presentation. That's how we sign them up. So if we times that by 5, we've got 125 views. It could be a Facebook ad, it could be a podcast, it could be a whatever, right? It could be you prospecting people, 125 people if you do it the traditional way. So now what I want you to do is I want you to focus on this. The views, the first step, as opposed to the outcome. Because this will lead to this, will lead to this, will lead to this. But it's a lot less frustrating. You know why? One key significant difference. You can 100% control this within that 7-day period. If your video isn't getting the views that you want it to, could you not increase advertising budget? Could you not go out there and market it a bit stronger and hit those 125 views if you put your mind to it? You could. And if you couldn't, well, now we know why this isn't happening. The worst case scenario when you do this is you say, well, I can't get 125 views, or I'm not prospecting 125 people, so I'm not getting the 25 people to invite, I'm not getting the 5 presentations, I'm not getting the 1 sign up. Now we can start to see the problem, as opposed to every week going, oh, I'm such a loser, I can't sign anybody up. Why can't I sign anybody up? Why can't I sign anybody up? It's this that I'm drawing for you right now. You're outcome based. You're not action based. The actions lead to the outcome. So why would it's just so smarter to focus on something you can control. Like I was talking the other day, I do a bit of trading on the side just for a bit of fun. I do all right with it actually, but it was saying to me, oh, so how big do you want to go with the trading? And I'm like, I'd probably make about 600 to 1,000 a month. I don't even put any really time into it. It's just something that I do for a little bit of fun. If I have about 5 or 10 minutes in the day, I'll just do this quick routine that I was taught by somebody else. He's like, man, people make a lot of money with that. I'm like, no, I don't want to get emotionally attached to it. Like I don't want to be one of those guys that's looking at the charts all day and panicking over different news and that. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not the guy that I want to be. So instead of focusing on the outcome of how much money I'm going to make from this, what can I do? I'm just going to focus on the action. What action am I actually happy to take? What's actually in alignment with my lifestyle? Like I have my business is my main focus. That's just a bit of fun for me. So I've put steps in place to say, okay, the actions I'm going to do is, after I've done all the work that I want to do in my business, if I have 10 minutes, then I'm going to do these certain 3 checks that I do on some certain trades. That's it. That's the only action I'm allowing myself to take because it leads to the right result and outcome that I want. If I always focused on the money and the outcome, I'd get sucked into it. I know that I would, right? And I don't want to do that. So take a look at your business. What goal have you been chasing for quite some time? And if you're honest, are you really always just defining your success or failure by the achievement of that goal without really understanding why or why not you haven't achieved it, right? Could you now start to look at some numbers in your business and start to, even if you just take a guess for the first few weeks, just to start to do this, and then over time you learn what works at what percentage, and then you can actually focus on having a proper concrete system in place that will deliver the results and the outcome, and all you have to do is focus on the actions, which is a much more fun because you control them 100%. So I hope you enjoyed that. Did that make sense? Can you now start to take back some control in your business, control in your actions, relieve and break away and chip away some of those frustrations, leave yourself with a clear action to take on a daily basis, enjoy that action because the worst case scenario is you learn something useful, and as you make adjustments you can get the result. Absolutely, yes you can. I just taught you how to do that in this training. I can teach you a lot more. If you're open to some more training, I've got a bunch of free stuff. Obviously subscribe if you're watching or listening right now. I do 4 of these free every single week. And I've got a webinar you can attend, richardmatharoo.com/webinar. It's entirely free. It's specifically for network marketers. If you want to build at least a full-time level in your business, so you want to replace a job as a minimum or have the option to do that, and it's 100% modern methods. Like, I don't do the prospecting your waiter or waitress. I don't do that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not my bag. It's just not the way I wanted to build. Not my bag. I just came from a 1950s cop movie, like Starsky and Hutch are coming around the corner. But anyway, it's not my thing. But I teach you more modern methods at richardmatharoo.com/webinar. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you're a subscriber, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.